Welcome back to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we start a new series, Make Me a Fan of who?
Eric Young.
Eric Young, you damn right. Now, if you watched Slammiversary, like so many people did, first of all, kudos to Impact for putting on a show that the people were excited about. They had record high social media interaction. I don't know about their pay-per-view buys, but I imagine that was high too.
I imagine they did well.
Yeah, and so one of the surprises at Slammiversary was Mr. Eric Young returned in the World Championship match. Am I right?
100%.
He was the mystery guy, correct? Weren't there two mystery guys?
Yeah, so there was originally one mystery guy, and then Eric Young also came out and was like, well, that's great and fine, but I'm also here.
Now, Eric Young, I don't know much about him, so rather than me try to talk about his past, I will defer to the Encyclopedia for Pete's points.
Sure, so Eric Young, early part of TNA in Team Canada with Bobby Roode, Petey Williams, Scott D'Amore, so early stuff with that. And then as that faction broke up, Eric started doing individual stuff. Kind of was learning to build a personality. At one point was called Super Eric Young.
All right,
there's a superhero persona of that, kind of like the Hurricane Helms thing.
Okay,
so
all right.
Fun like that. And then he ended up getting a couple of world title runs.
Nice.
And yeah.
Then he went to the E.
Then he went to WWE and was part of Sanity and did lots and lots and lots of house shows and, you know, made probably a whole bunch of money working all those house shows.
I imagine so. And success in the E doesn't necessarily correlate with your talent or skills.
Exactly, and he had a better run at NXT than when he was on the main roster.
Okay, very cool. Now here's the thing, people. I don't know much about Eric Young, but when this dude came out to the ring, his presence was immediately felt. Is that fair?
No, he's a former world champion. He's a major player. He was not used at all in his time in WWE, which is truly sad.
Okay. Now hold on, people. Let me make sure you understand what I mean, because Brian Cage has a presence because the guy is big as a freaking house.
Correct.
Eric Young is not Brian Cage big. He's not Undertaker tall. He's a pretty average build for a wrestler. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. His look is not a look of like, holy crap, this guy's gonna kill you all. He does have a good intense stare, but it's not like he's not Kane, okay? Exactly. He's not the Undertaker. He's not even Brian Cage. But when this man came to the ring and he started to talk, not just talk.
Everybody was like, hang up.
Yes. He started to talk. People were like, oh, who the hell is this? I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who is this guy? And I'm like, whatever. So here comes, Average McAverage coming to the ring. Who gives a crap? And then he got in the ring and he started talking. And I was like, oh, damn. This guy means what he says. This guy's serious about what he's about to do. And then when the in-ring action happened and he started whooping people's asses, which is just, let's call it what it is. He's not the bruiser. He was putting people in a lot of different techniques. He had some good holds. Homeboy was, but the thing is, the whole time he's doing it, he's talking to him. And he's letting him know, like, oh, you're not going to get me with that. And like, take that, sucker. Like, he was talking trash, which we know that's the key to success in the no audience freaking world of wrestling. Am I right?
100%, because those are your only people that are going to interact. And at least Impact, like, they don't have any audience at all. AEW and some of those guys, you have some of that noise, and the same with WWE. And the thing I'll applaud WWE on is they've started to get people to chant and hit the plexiglass and kind of make that reverberating sound again.
Yeah, it's kind of forced at times, but it's better than silence.
Right, but Eric took full advantage of it being silent and knew how to capture those moments and just, made it so real.
Oh, yeah. And we have a friend who we shall not name, but we have a friend who made a post in our Santino Brothers group because, we are Santino Strong. And he says, this is the opportunity to succeed in an area in a way that you've never succeeded before. Make those grunts, make those emotions, talk that trash, suck people into your match. And Eric Young, being an experienced person, being prolific and gifted, did exactly that. I couldn't wait to hear what he's going to say next as he's beating the stuffing out of these guys.
Right.
And then tragically, the man was beaten.
Yes.
He was the best thing in that match. Hear me when I say Eric Young was the best thing in that match. I know Impact is watching because they're fans.
Of course they are. Hi, Scott.
Impact, Eric Young was the best thing in that match. So now that I've beaten that into the ground, do you agree with that, first of all?
Of course.
Okay,
absolutely.
just making sure I'm not crazy.
Oh, no.
But I'm like, bring this dude back. I didn't watch Tuesday night.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it as soon as I can on Impact Plus.
Did they do anything with him on Tuesday night? Do you know? Did you
read
anything? Okay. Bring Eric Young to the forefront. I don't give a damn who he wrestles. I don't give a damn where he's wrestling or for what championship. But that man needs to be on my TV. He needs to be on my pay-per-view. And he needs to be beating the stuffing out of Eddie Edwards and whoever else you want to put in front of him because he is that damn good. And so today, the Encyclopedia has endeavored, if you will, to properly introduce me to Eric Young. So now that I've ranted about the greatness that is Eric Young, would you be kind enough to tell us what we're going to watch today?
So we're going to go to an episode of Impact Wrestling, number 556.
All right.
It's in Wembley's Arena in London. So this is a last man standing match.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bobby Roode versus Eric Young.
Nice. Okay. This is a regular episode of Impact?
But this is at Wembley Arena, so you got the biggest arena in London that you can run a show at.
Now, are those guys from London?
No.
Okay.
Eric's from Canada. They're both from Canada.
Okay. Well, 2 Canadian guys throwing down in London. I ain't mad at you. All right. So if you look in the description, you look at the first comment, I have pinned, the future me, has pinned a link to this on Impact Plus.
Correct.
With the Encyclopedia, who has Impact Plus, who has Fight, who has just about every damn thing.
Every streaming network.
He's got to press the
I even signed up for a new one for the next set of shows that we have to.
Oh, really? All right. Well, damn. So he's got to press the play button when?
Right about now.
So that match was fantastic, but probably not for the reasons that people think it was fantastic. Now, the action was great. Good stuff, a lot of good back and forth stuff. The table spot at the end was fantastic. But the selling from Mr. Eric Young.
Of course.
The facial expressions from Mr. Eric Young.
Of course.
Son of a biscuit. That dude, when he got put through the table and the shaky leg, the involuntary leg spasms, which is a real thing that happens, on a back injury. Trust me, I know. And, yeah, dude, that was solid.
Yeah, we were talking about it when we were sitting on the couch. Everybody can do crazy eyes. But Eric Young does crazy eyes to the point where you actually believe the man is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody can do that. They can give you that look.
Yeah.
But there's very few people that kind of go, I really don't know if this is a character or not.
Oh, for sure. And then I think my favorite part of the match was his facial expression when Bobby Roode got up at 8.
Yeah.
And he turns around, looks over his shoulder. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Eric Young needs security. He needs to be protected at all times because he is that damn good. But I know that's not the end. You have more for us tomorrow.
We do. So Meltzer gave that 3.5 stars, and it was a 6.43 on Cage Match.
All right. It wasn't changing the world, but it was a good, solid match.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's actually go to some tag team action.
Oh, okay. Who is this partner? I guess you're going to tell me tomorrow?
I think we'll tell you tomorrow.
All right, people, bring your butt back tomorrow, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern, for more Make Me a Fan of Eric Young, apparently in tag team action. So, anything else you want to add?
Nope.
All right, I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow.